Peace and balance, peace and love, peace and blessings to everyone. Um, as you may see from the title, this is going to be one of the most candid videos that I've done probably since I've been on YouTube. I express myself in my live chats on Sundays, and now on Saturdays I've been opening up even more. A while ago, a young lady named Tanika had told me it would be cool if I talked about physical, mental, and spiritual health. Um, and I did. I made a two-part series to it. This is going a little bit more in depth about it, and it's dealing with the fact that because of my Sunday chats, I am open to talking about mental health. Um, I also had a young lady, I believe it was Lockstar, who said maybe I should talk about the anxiety and the depression. And I was just like, oh, yeah, it's easy to talk about it here because it's just like family. This video can go, way outside of the family, that I'm accustomed to dealing with on Sundays. And then my regular people that watch my videos, who pretty much come to my channel just to hear about, how to maintain their hair. One thing I like about the Sunday chats is that I get something out of it, and the people that come to the chats get something out of it as well. We talk about a lot of things, but one of the things that I want to talk about is my truth. I want to talk about my truth, totally the bare bone, raw, butt naked truth about me. What's going on, what's happening, what's happened, and what I'm doing now. The truth is, 15 years ago, I started feeling, maybe even longer than that, 16 years ago, I started feeling kind of funny. It was 16 years ago when it started coming on. I started feeling kind of funny, and I wasn't this lively, vibrant person that I used to be. I started feeling weirded out by being around people, friends, started feeling like some type of social thing going on that I later on found was like social anxiety. I started just being fearful of things that I never feared before. I've never been that person that feared anything. I've always been a very strong, vibrant, powerful woman, which I still am today. I just have to push really, really, really hard. Now, this video may get some views. It may not get any views. It may help one person. It may help many. But the main thing is I'm getting it outside of me, and hopefully it will help someone. Yes, I deal with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, highs, lows, fears, catastrophic thoughts, dealing with not being able to sleep. Haven't been able to sleep for years. I mean, just like, it's a blessing just to be able to sleep at night. That's something people take for granted. I came to you all totally just raw, barefaced, hair covered, because I don't want it to be about my hair. I don't want it to be about my lashes. I don't want it to be about my lips. I don't want it to be about what color t-shirt I have on, what color eyeshadow I'm rocking. I want it to be totally about the mental health issues. The panic attacks came on gradually, and it was easy to kind of maintain them with like taking Tylenol PMs and calming myself down before I would have to do a show. I would do a show live at a club every week that's actually down the street from where I live now, even though I live downtown, which was far away. And I would always just, by the time I took a nap after taking the Tylenol PMs, when I woke up, I would always feel better. Okay, this went on for about a year before I decided to get some help. Before the depression, got stronger. I've suffered from depression since a youth, since I was a child. I knew that when I started sitting in the closet with my door shut, hoping that somebody would find me and come and ask me what was wrong. I was the middle child. My siblings that are younger than me, I just felt like they had each other because they're twins. And my siblings that's older than me were, you know, much older to the point where they were doing their thing. And I just really didn't have a place where I fit in. And then I'm not doing this for anybody to feel sorry for me, but for maybe somebody that can relate to what I'm talking about. Please excuse Lucky in the background. He's not going to be in this video besides doing what he's doing now because this is very serious to me. Okay, I'm going to try to make this a one-part. It may be a two-part series. After a while, after I went to the first doctor, I had to go to the state clinic or so because I didn't have medical insurance. I've been a licensed cosmetologist forever. Had started another business and everything, and you know, my candle business, and I just didn't have any insurance. So they put me on, what did they put me on? A medication called Candid, and that was for the depression, and a medication called Ativan, and that was for the feeling that I was feeling, you know, the rapid heartbeats, the funniness in my stomach, the madness that I was feeling, you know, that made me panic. I didn't have a name for what I was going through at the time. They gave it a name. As soon as they gave it a name, I went awry with it. You know, it's just like, oh God, okay, I'm having panic attacks. Then you start looking up stuff on the internet. You know, what is a panic attack? What is this? What does that mean? Does it mean I'm crazy? Does it mean, you know, where did it come from? What happened? You know, and the questions were, what has happened in your life that was detrimental, or, you know, that was, you know, so rough that you know, feel like this could have came on. And I had no answers. I still have no real answers. Sorry for just being, you know, real, just kind of matter of fact and just kind of bland and not my usual lively self. But I just want to just get this out here and just let people know. You know, you look at me on my channel and you say, oh, you know, she's doing it. She's doing her YouTube channel. She has her own business. She's been a licensed cosmetologist. She has the answers. She answers everybody's questions. She takes care of her daughter. She loves her daughter very much. And I do. But I push myself to do everything besides loving my daughter. I mean, but everything that I have to do for her and for everything that I do on this channel and everything that I do in my life, including taking a bath and washing my face, and, you know, the thing that relaxes me the most is, you know, sitting down, putting on makeup or whatever, just, you know, not because I need it, as you all know that I've talked about before, not because I need it, but because it relaxes me. And it's like, I'm an artist and this is my canvas and that's what I do. Okay, let's get back to the pills. So I started off on 2 pills, Candid and Ativan. Never in my family did they ever believe in taking pills. Never, ever. But because of my situation, it was just like, okay, we're not going to really talk to my father about it, you know. I'm just going to go ahead. And my mom knew. She was the one that took me, and I waited at the county place for like 9 hours before they actually saw me and gave me a prescription for what it was that I needed. I took it, felt okay, didn't gain any weight from the Candid, which a lot of depression medication does make you gain weight, and Ativan seemed to work perfectly. I had been wanting to have a child for a while. Years went on. Well, let's see. I would say around 2000. Was it 2000? 2000, I decided, that's when I turned 30. And I was like, I really want to have a child. I really want to have a child. Now, I'm 49 now. So, as I got, I mean, progressively, you know, older, you know, things were going okay. And then things started getting trippy again. So I started I got pregnant. And I was happy. I was small. I was my regular size. Things seem to have been working out so, just highs and lows. That's what I had, highs and lows. I would have like really up days, really low days, really up days, really low days, but I was making it. I was pushing myself to make it. When I went to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, which was down the street from my house, again, because I told you I lived in downtown Chicago, I had a very good doctor that was there, and they changed my medication because I was pregnant. I could no longer take Candid because it was a new medication on the market at the time, and it was like, we don't know if it's safe for the baby. But what we do know that is safe is lithium. And in your first trimester, you cannot take any benzodiazepines, which means that I couldn't have my Ativan, which means that I had nothing for my panic attacks. Okay? The panic attacks was worse than the depression. The crying and all that, all the stuff that went along with the depression, I could deal with that. The panic attacks, the sweating, the cold sweats, the fear. I lived on the 17th floor at the time. I kept worrying, even though I knew I would never jump out the window. It was just like, it was a thought in my mind. It was a catastrophic thought in my mind. Like, what if I just like fall out the window? Even though that was not possible because of the way my windows were made. I want to fast forward a little bit. Every year I got a new doctor. Every year. He was a great doctor. He was the best, one of the best doctors. He was the best doctor. He was the number one doctor I had there. But by the time I had got done with him, I was on probably about 3 or 4 different medications after I had my baby. The lithium that I was on had me crazy. Had me shaking all the time, all throughout my pregnancy. I did take some Tylenol PMs because I had to be able to maintain myself, to be able to continue to work and do what it was that I needed to do. Sometimes I found myself like on my knees praying in the bathroom before I would go out to like sell my candles or whatever and do the things that I needed to do, because I was just like, please just let me look normal. Let me appear normal. Please don't let nobody see that there's something wrong with me. And I would walk down the street all the time just like, is there anybody else feeling the same way that I feel? Is there anybody else out here like me? Who? Because it was just something that wasn't talked about. I had never heard anybody talk about panic attacks and stuff. Depression, yes. But actually talking about panic attacks and anxiety, dealing with daily anxiety and not necessarily the panic attacks. Sometimes my panic attacks will last for like anywhere from 15 minutes to a week, on and off throughout the whole week, because I was always fearing that I was going to have another panic attack. Okay, let's fast forward. New doctors every year. Every year. With each doctor, I got more and more medication. It was to the point where at Northwestern, I had about 12 doctors total before I left there and went to the place that I currently go to. I know there's some things I'm probably leaving out because there's so much to talk about. I've taken lithium, I've taken Candid, I've taken Ativan, I've taken Xanax, I've taken what else? Not Prozac, because that was just like a children's aspirin. They never put me on that. What else? God, there's so much. I'm trying to think of the other benzos. Okay, I said the Ativan. Oh, clonazepam, which is the generic Klonopin, which I still sometimes take now, but way less now, and doing more homeopathic type things as opposed to and changing some of the vegetables and stuff that I eat and drink through my NutriBullet, my smoothies and everything that I find has helped me out with different things. Trying to think of some of the other medications. Oh, they tried to put me on, well, Latuda. Some of these you probably hear on commercials right now. There are so many. I would shake. There, oh God. I remember there was one medication they put me on where I would just like it would cause me to have like what was it that Muhammad Ali had? Oh, Muhammad Ali. What, I forgot exactly. Whatever it was that he had, it caused me to have the same type of reactions, that he had to shaking. And Michael J. Fox, they both had the same thing. Begins with a P. I can't think of it right now because my mind is racing as usual. But then they were like, well, we have something to counteract that. I was driving at the time when I felt it first come on, and I'm like driving out of town, and I'm just like, oh my God, I have my child in tow, and it's freaking me out, and I called the doctor, and it was just like, oh, well, we have another medication, and it can counteract that. It was always another medication. It was always let's add on another medication. Let's add on more. Well, we can up that, because of the migraines and stuff that I would have because of the panic attacks. It was like, okay, the Topamax. I also would have like a lot of stiffness in my body and stuff. So there was another medication I was on. Long story short, by the time I figured out that I was just tired and my body was tired of all of these toxins that I was putting in my body, I was probably taking over 20 pills a day, because I had to take one during the day, one in the afternoon, one at night. Oh, Seroquel. Oh, my God. Anybody that takes Seroquel, I'm going to tell you this. It has worked as far as what I needed it for, but it has put, it put the weight on me to the point where it is so hard to get off. It is really, really hard to get off. But I was willing to deal with the weight and not deal with vanity or whatever so that I could take care of my child, take care of myself, appear to be normal, do my YouTube channel, do my candles, do life, but still not having a social life. People don't get it. They think I probably go out, have fun, and socialize with my friends and all that. I do not have a social life. I still deal with serious social anxiety. I've skipped past, some years because I don't want this video to be like super, super long. And it's probably, again, it's going to be a part 2 to it. But I just wanted to go over, like the massive amount of pills that they put on me. Now, what was the final draw was I had been seeing a therapist for a while. And all I would do was go in there and talk about what I was going through and cry. She tried to have me do CBT exercises and what else? CBT exercises, cognitive behavioral therapy exercises in a book and stuff where I had to write about what was going on. I used to try to do word searches and stuff when I would have panic attacks. I remember going to a blues festival one time and being out with my baby and having a panic attack. I was with her dad and having a panic attack when I looked around because I wanted to use the bathroom. And I looked around and the bathroom made me realize that I was in the midst of probably about 1 million people. Not that much, but a lot of people. If anybody ever been to Grant Park in Chicago or been to, back in the day it was called the Chicago Fest, now it's called the Taste of Chicago. They have blues festivals and all types of festivals. And I was there at the blues festival and it happened. And I really literally wanted to hug a tree. I did not want to do anything but hug this tree. My mind told me, if you hug that tree, you'll be safe, So what I would do when I was feeling like this was the same thing I always opted to do. If my medication wasn't working, I went to Tylenol PMs. Tylenol PMs, for some reason, worked for a long time. Then after a while, they reversed and started making me have anxiety as well. So now I can, if I take them, I can take like one or two when I really need it. Like if I have like a headache or something like that for real, and not just doing it for my anxiety, it's okay. Before my papa had passed away, um, I remember he had some pain pills that I needed because I had a knee injury. I had a knee injury a month before he passed away, I want to say. It was a month before he passed away. Maybe. I could be wrong. But I know I had my knee injury in August and he passed away in September. But I remember he had these pills that they would no longer give me because they were pain medication. They were highly addictive. I was on a lot of medications that were highly, 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 highly addictive. Especially if you had been the type of person who had, been a drinker, which I definitely was, had been, someone who smoked marijuana, which I definitely did. If you had just like, the traits of being somebody who could just like, I have an addictive behavior. Like when I started doing nails, when I was doing hair, it was like everything was about hair. I mean, I could make money real easy because I'm that type of person that when I get on something, I'm on it. My mind is just like guided towards it. That's why people that are talking about my t-shirts that I'm trying to make now for my channel, it's like I'm on it. I'm so on it that, the t-shirt it's already designed. Now I'm just waiting for the person to come back and, finish it. Okay, to get back to the story though. But anyway, I remember taking a pill and there was a family reunion going on. And I couldn't go outside because my knee was messed up. And I couldn't go down the stairs. It was 3 flights of stairs. I made it up the stairs because they helped me up the stairs. But I couldn't make it down the stairs. I was just like, I just want to sit in here and just relax and chill. And honestly, the social anxiety kept me from wanting to go to be around other people and, just socialize. Even yesterday was my great aunt's 95th birthday party, and I stayed down there. I had to do a live chat yesterday, Sunday, the 24th. Sunday was the 24th, I believe. Today's the 25th, I think. That's another thing. Forgetfulness, memory loss. A lot of these medications cause all of that. And I was down there, and I just started feeling myself getting hot. And even though I'm around family, this is my family. Everybody in there was family or friends of family that have been friends of family forever. I stayed down there for an hour and a half. I got back up here at 2:30 because it was downstairs in my building. Got back upstairs at 2:30. My chat didn't start until 4. It was supposed to start at 4 o'clock, but we had some technical difficulties. And it wasn't until, and I find this very funny, when I do my live chats, sometimes I start off, and I really can't wait to do them. I really can't wait to do them because this is my social outlet. This is what helps to relieve some of my anxiety. I had to find different things to help me to relieve my anxiety. Applying makeup, preparing. It's like almost like the whole thing. Like I make this thing like TV for me. It's like I try to dress decent. I try to make sure my hair is okay, just flowing so people can see it because that's what they want to see when we're doing the live chats because it's supposed to be about natural hair, dreadlocks, locks, all of that. So I want my hair to be seen or whatever. And for me, applying my makeup to match whatever it is that I have on, that's just like, it's like, okay, it's time to put on my makeup. Okay, I'm about to get ready to shoot. And so sometimes there's family members that's crawling past me to go to the kitchen. And I'm just like, y'all don't even have to do that. Just go ahead and walk on by. They was like, good, because I'm tired of crawling. But I find myself doing my live chats and those of you that come on Sundays, I love everybody that come on my channel, period. But those that come on Sundays, we have a special bond because we all talk to each other. I learned so much about the different nutritional things that I need, to add to my diet so that, I'm off. Let me just say this. I have an Asian doctor now, and she does not believe in medication. And she took me off of almost everything except for 2 medications. No, 3 medications. One, is as needed, which is the pill for the anxiety. Took me off my Ambien, which was my pill that I needed at nighttime. The Seroquel I needed at night, but I wound up finding myself needing like more and more higher dosages. And you have to know about these medications that you're taking. The Seroquel took my cholesterol from a normal, very, very good rate to over stroke and heart attack level. 504. Look it up. 504 was my cholesterol level. It later dropped back down after I dipped off the Seroquel. And I found out the Seroquel was a medication that wouldn't cause me, if I got off of it immediately, wouldn't cause me to have seizures. Because a lot of the medications are anti-seizure medications and can cause you to have seizures if you are on them and then you immediately just get off, because you have to be weaned off these medications. Okay, I don't want to make this video like super long. It's already 26 minutes long. I'm gonna do a part 2, possibly a part 3. So I'm at the part where I'm loving doing my live chats with my people on Sundays. Everybody who come in on Sundays, I'm not gonna name anybody. I named one person because that's my girl, and she started her own channel. Lockstar, she started her own channel, and she said it was because of me, and I respect that, and I appreciate that. That's like one of the highest praises somebody could give you, is that they decided to do something because of what you did. And I'm just like, wow, just to be able to, and a lot of people tell me, oh, I decided to freeform because of you, or I decided to do this or that because of you. And I want to say, oh my God, you all have no idea how much I love and appreciate that. And that's why I continue to do the things that I do here on this channel. However, I suffer. I go through so much. I go through a lot, but this is one of the things that brings me up out of all of that. It really does. Bringing Lucky onto the stage. Having my daughter sometimes sit in for me, when I have to run and do something right quick or whatever. You have to find things, because it's not going to be somebody there to push you all the time. I'm at home by myself right now. Should I be at my studio? Probably, but I'll be there tomorrow. It was just Mondays. I'm so used to Mondays being off because working in the salon, we had Mondays off, Sundays and Mondays off, and we worked Tuesday through Saturday. But when I did my candles, that was like, God, almost an everyday thing when I do my candles. But now it's kind of like, it slows down as the weather changes. And around the holidays, it picks up, so Mother's Day is coming up. So it'll pick back up, and I have to get busy for that. But what I really want to just say to people is, if you made it to the end of this video, there is going to be a part 2. Yes, you have to push yourself. You have to push yourself. They say it's mind over matter, and I look at people and I say, I want to say I beg to differ, but honestly, I really do believe that you can make your mind, go which way you want it to go. If you feeding yourself with positive vibrations and positive thoughts, and you're being around positive people, even if it's just people that you're connecting with on the internet, because I do not connect with, except for my best friend and a couple other people, I do not connect with a lot of people that I used to connect with. And it's not because their vibe is not positive. It's just that I'm not comfortable in my own skin right now. I'm not totally 100% comfortable, even though I might sit here and appear 100% confident. When I'm doing this, I do feel 100% confident. But when it's 10 o'clock at night and it's time to go to sleep, and I'm just like, now I know that I don't have my Ambien, I don't have, the stuff that helps me to totally like relax and chill, I get scared. I do. The fear sets in. I'm gonna tell you, last night the live chat was off the chain. We had technical difficulties in the beginning, but it turned out great. We did almost an hour and 50 something minutes, just like last week, 2 hours. Pregnant with information, not for me, not just for me, but from everybody in the group. I love my Sunday groups, and Saturday is going to be the same way for the people who can't make it on Sundays. But I really wanted to just discuss, I wanted to just be candid about who I am, Queen of BK Idowu. Some people know me as Angel of BK Idowu. That's my full name. Doesn't matter. As I evolve, like I told people, we're changing from calling each other kings and queens to empresses and emperors, and it was a choice because I looked at all the people that call themselves kings and queens and the way that they conduct themselves, and royals and this, that, and the other, and I was watching a lot of channels, and I was just like, we're above that. We're so far above that, But back to dealing with the mental health. There's going to be a part 2 because I want to talk about the nutrition and all the other types of stuff that I'm putting in my body and stuff. And of course, y'all know that this has been something that's been in my life forever. I do over a gallon a day. Over a gallon a day. That's why I can go without makeup if I choose to. But trust and believe, because I feel like, relaxing a little bit more after I do this video, because once I hit that button and this goes live, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, okay, I'm out here for everybody to judge. I don't care though, because again, if I help somebody, I'm good with that. But I am gonna put on my makeup because it makes me feel good. I might just put on eyeshadow and a little bit of lip gloss. That's it, because I'm just going to the school to pick up my daughter, which normally I don't put on anything. But I had some new palettes and stuff that came in, and I want to just play around with them. That's what relaxes me. I have nothing really to do today. This was a random video. I thought about what I believe it was Lockstar that said I should do this maybe a week ago. I think she said it. And yeah, I did it. And I'm going to do a part 2. I hope you all understand and don't think less of me because of the fact that I did have to take so many different medications for so long. But just know that, I did what I had to do, or felt like I had to do, to survive, and to take care of my daughter, which I think I'm a very good mother. Very, very, very good mother to my child. And to my little dog. I mean, gotta take care of both of them. These are my babies. It's my son. And yeah, I'm getting better every day. I still have my fears. I just can't wait till the day when I can just lay my head down on my pillow and just fall asleep at night like normal people do, and go back out and have a social life and still do this and still do the other things that I do and still continue to work hard, but just get back to the person, a better person than I was before, not the person that I was before, but be that lively, that vibrant, that, okay, I'm cool with any situation, type person. And I'm in this video now. But thank you all for listening. That's my truth. This is my life. Stay tuned for part 2 and possibly part 3, because it gets better. It gets better as far as talking about the nutritional stuff that we talk about on Sundays. Talking about a lot of the stuff that I've learned from so many people. I want to name it. I want to name some names so bad, but it wouldn't be fair because I couldn't name everybody, because everybody has contributed. So anybody that comes on Sunday know that, and Saturdays now, know that, I appreciate you all. I appreciate everybody that comes to my channel. Thank you so much. Much love, peace, respect, balance. And I'll see you in the next video.